Hello again. So, what I got here today is this new Helikon Tex Satchel. It is still quite new, and I haven't really found a good, line of what to put into this bag quite yet. But I did just want to show you guys, like, it is really good quality. Like, the stitching is all nice. The straps seem strong. It seems like it's something that you could, use for years, not one or two trips to the woods. And I did put on these little carabiners, or carabiners, I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. But I gotta say, I was really surprised by this thing. Like, these inside pockets are really spacious. And it's got the two little holsters inside here for your water bottles, one on each side, and then a nice mesh pouch with a zipper for, I guess, like medical kit maybe. And then right here it has a nice little spacious front pouch as well, which is great for any tools or stuff you might be in need of, I guess. So the things that I wanted to talk about. So what I wanted to talk about with this bag is, like, what I'll be using it for, especially as it pertains to, like, making these videos. I mean, this bag is gonna hold my 1 to 3 day supply of stuff to keep me alive, pretty much. So, like, my biggest threats where I live, here in the Pacific Northwest on the eastern slope of the, Mount Hood National Forest, is going to be like dehydration, super heavy weather changes, getting hurt, getting lost. But, as for the chance of a cougar or a bear attack, I'd say my chances are pretty slim. At least I hope they are. So I kind of made a short list of some of the stuff that I've, seen around town, seen on Amazon, of just different things to get. And I have, some pieces of gear. I'm not completely just with a bag, you know. But, recently I did have the Oakley Extractor 2.0 that had what I would consider my perfect loadout in it. And unfortunately, it did get stolen the day after, well, I'd say the same night, after I did the 1,000 Stairs of Death, right there near Lost Lake. What's the name of that lake? Wahatoom Lake, I think, is the name of it. But yeah, there's like this pretty infamous little trail that is an extremely steep incline, and the day after, well, the day that I came back home, I was just dog tired and stupidly left my gear out in my car, and it did get stolen. Like, the next day I went out to my car and noticed, oh, somebody's broken into my vehicle. And so they stole, my bag and all my gear, which was a pretty big hit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I spent a while trying to build up my, readiness bag. And then I got this over the holidays. And so I just wanted to go over some of the stuff that I'm wanting to get for this bag. Always open to suggestions. But number one, we're going to cover water. And so I'm wanting to get some water purification tablets, maybe a life straw or two. The goal for this is to keep the weight of this under 10 pounds, because ultimately this is just a exploration, keep me alive, survival bag. I might use it for some light hunting or fishing out in the woods, but mostly just exploring. So yeah, back to it. Some water purification tablets, a life straw or two, metal canteen. I think those are a great starting off point. As for fire, I was thinking of ferrocenium rods, some just standard Bic windproof lighters, some waterproof matches, maybe some cotton balls soaked in Vaseline or something like that. I've seen a few people do that, and it seems to light up pretty good. But I've never tried it personally. Like I've used matches, and I've used a lighter, and I've used a ferro rod. Scarcely. I mean, I've used a ferro rod maybe 1 or 2 times in my life to start a fire. So, you know, not super great with that, but practice makes perfect. Moving on, and then I wanted to have something for like shelter or to keep me dry or whatever. So I was thinking maybe a small canvas tarp, a couple of rain ponchos, just those little clear ones, that you can find at the store. I mean, eventually, like a heavier duty one would be awesome, but just to get this bag, up and running. Wool beanie, extra socks, because like I said, the weather changes here are nuts. Past that, I'd want to get something to navigate, like a compass and a waterproof map of my area. And maybe a notebook, like one of those waterproof notebooks with the accompanying pen, pencil, whatever. And a compass actually is, one of the things that I do know how to use quite well. I have always had a pretty strong sense of direction. Since I will be, exploring a lot, I never know if I'm going to be out past dark. So I'm going to want at least a small flashlight and a headlamp in this bag. And then for medical, I was thinking a small med kit, maybe to go inside the mesh, maybe to go inside that mesh liner there. So something, not too big, but not completely useless. I was thinking to put maybe a tourniquet on some of these molly webbing straps that are on, both sides of the bag. They're all really heavy duty too, which is nice. There's also some on the bottom. I was figuring to maybe, lash a tarp or maybe a blanket too. I just think that would look cool, and I mean, obviously it would help. maybe some antiseptic wipes in the first aid kit, and some ibuprofen, maybe some Tums, something like that. As for like just general tools, I have a tomahawk that I think I am going to be putting, what is it? This is a straight away one. Oh, yeah. So one of these little holes here is made so that you can put a tomahawk or a saw, like with a clip on it, like a clip-on piece right here. So I was thinking to put maybe a saw or a tomahawk, or both, I guess. Since, yeah, it has it on both sides. Okay, so yeah, probably a saw and a tomahawk, and maybe a multi-tool, and a fixed blade knife need to go in here as well, because I use a fixed blade knife a lot, like for fishing and hunting. And that's another thing that could go in here is a like a small fishing kit and like one of those Altoid tins. I think that'd be pretty useful for like super out there areas, you know, where you're not exactly packing in a bunch of fishing gear. But yeah, I think that's about all I got for right now. But yeah, let me know if you guys, you know, if you guys have any suggestions on what I should put in here to not die. That would be greatly appreciated. Because you know, nobody wants to die. But I think that this is going to be my primary bag that you guys will be seeing on me when I am out in the woods exploring. So yeah, I would like to get this, you know, fully ready here within the next couple of days or weeks. And you know, any suggestions, like I said, are greatly appreciated, and I will, like, if somebody tells me just some random piece of gear that I didn't think of, the chances are I'm probably going to get it. Because I feel like I don't think of the right thing when I need it, and I guess it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So yeah. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me, and I will talk to you guys next time.